Hello, this is Walter Latham, and welcome to the Walt Weekly. Are you frustrated in corporate America? Are you having a hard time waking up in the morning not wanting to go to work? Well, this show is for you. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I know my singing sucks, but today we want to talk about black people in corporate America and how they are faring and how have they fared over the years. Are we moving up or are we just being tokens? I've been working in large global multinational corporations for more than 30 years. From one Wall Street to Tokyo, Japan, as I rose up the corporate ladder, the less black and other minorities I saw, this got to be extreme in most cases. I was the only black person in the room at most of the time. You know, we have a meeting of 200 people, both in the room and globally. And I was the only black, believe it or not. And what you have to understand is at a certain level, the less we are represented. This occurred throughout my career as I moved up the food chain. Being good at what you do does not prevent you from being cut when there's a reduction in force, or otherwise a RIF. If y'all guys been to business school, you know what I'm talking about. So being good at what you do does not prevent them from cutting you. To be clearly honest, last hired, first fired. Knowing your value and being dedicated to exceptional performance is the key to longevity. Know that you are the best and prove it. Whatever you need in your toolbox, Bachelor of Science, MBA, certifications, get it. This served to level the playing field. I completed most of my undergrad work at Pace University in Manhattan. Do you know that I had people complaining when I had class during my own lunch hour? The class was only 55 minutes long. I ate my lunch right in class, but I had complainers. I had haters. And most of those haters were white folks. I remember a professor telling me during the early 90s that from a corporate perspective, when they see you, you are a course. You represent a course, a spin. They are always trying to get rid of you. I argued with him naively. I'm telling the professor, no, I don't believe that. If you're loyal and you do the right thing for the company, you're in. I soon found out, and I got to the point that when I start a new job, the only thing I brought to work was my laptop and my knapsack. And of course, every year, certain corporations have what they call a culling of the workforce. Getting rid of the bottom feeders and, of course, the minorities if they can. All right? So there was what we call the 530 call. Every year, places like Deutsche, Morgan Stanley would have what they call a reduction in force. So if your phone rang around 5:30 in those times, you knew not to answer it. You knew not to pick up that phone because on the other end, it may have been HR calling you down. So I got some to-dos for you and some not to-dos. All right, things that I've learned over my 30-some years. It's a lot more, but I'm trying to narrow it down for the sake of time. And these are things that you must do and when you take a job in corporate America and you're looking to make a career. When you take that job in corporate America, there are a number of things you should be aware of and looking to achieve. One, salary. Never, I mean never, take their first offer. To do so reduces the respect they have for you. Always negotiate. Have a number in mind that you would be very comfortable with and compare that against what they're offering you. And you want to meet somewhere in the middle. That's the goal. Secondly, maintain eye contact when you're speaking with people, especially those making hiring and firing decisions, and of course your boss. And make sure that should or when they lay you off, and that will come, you have learned more through job classes, seminars, current, future trends within your space of expertise, and you've gotten reimbursement for college tuition if they offered it, especially for curriculum relating to your job duties. You're taking something with you. You always want to be in a position to take something with you. You want to know more than you did when you came through the door. Never, and I mean never, take conflicts or disagreements about work personally. This is a sign of professionalism. Also, try to look for a mentor. If there are no mentoring programs, then find someone that has been there for a long time and has expert knowledge of what you do or what you were responsible for. Never get mad when you're fired and send out dirty emails, pointing fingers at others. In other words, do not burn bridges. Always speak standard English. I know we do, but we're on a global stage now, So you want to speak standard English. When I was in Tokyo, Japanese, when they worked for an American company, they had to speak English in the office. So you want to speak standard English, and you don't want to speak slang. Always be aware of your career path. Always be aware of your career path and make sure that you are doing what is necessary to attain the end goal, and that is getting to the peak of your profession. I found that when it comes to dressing, dark blue and gray and a sports jacket, you can't go wrong. You can go into any meeting with a blue blazer. So I've got a couple, okay? So if your job is international and you travel internationally, you need the blue blazer. I found out when it comes to dressing, one of the most important things that you can do on any job, and it's not in the employee handbook, is to talk religion, politics, or about issues in your personal life on the job. It can hurt you because you never know the position of the higher-ups. Always be contributing. Do not become complacent. Lean forward, meaning always try to learn. Always try to get better. Every day that you go in, try to get better. Also, you need to know that you are stereotyped when you walk through the door. Use this as a source of motivation to let them know that you are better and that you come to kick ass. You're not taking any prisoners. You want to be the best that you can be. All right? You want to be number one. Remember to always network. Know who has the power and who doesn't. The people that get promotions it's not usually how good they are. They don't have that halo effect. They know people. They communicate. They know what's going on. That is the key to upward mobility. Networking. I'll give you a scenario, situation that I was in some years back when I first started my career. I was being interviewed for a section manager at what was at that time called Irving Trust, which is now Bank of New York. Bank of New York acquired Irving Trust years ago. I know that I walked on water. In my mind, I walked on water, and that's the way I carried myself. And I felt that I was a shoo-in for this position as section manager, which would have been a big jump for me. My competitor was a young, blonde Ivy League guy. Just before they made the announcement to everybody else, I was called into the senior VP's office and told that the other guy would be given the position. I asked, why? Why I didn't get it? Why didn't I get that spot? What did I do wrong? Is there something I could have done better? The VP simply told me, it's not your time. I cried. And I showed that I wasn't emotionally strong. My competitor was being fast-tracked. He was in the officer training program, so he was recruited right from college. So he was basically passing through. And I didn't understand that. So guys, be aware of your environment. It's very important that you know what's going on around you. Thank you for your ongoing support. We are very excited about the future and what we can bring to the table. Our motto is food for thought, but where appropriate, we will share best practices. We are also lining up guests, so stay tuned. We're now on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and YouTube. And please subscribe, like, and share. You can contact us at Twitter at Walk Weekly, and soon on Instagram and Facebook. Our website is thewalkweekly.podbean, PODBEAN as in Nancy.com. Thank you.